Hi.
Hello.
We wanted to talk a little bit about your experience here with the seminar and basically what your thoughts were of it. Are you glad that you attended the Castle seminar, and if so, why? What did you learn?
I am glad. I'm glad because I felt that it gave me a lot of knowledge that I wouldn't have gotten elsewhere. There's no way you could learn this stuff in Harvard Business School. No offense to Harvard Business School, but there's just no way. And I think it's one of those moments where it was in a way I want to say life changing because you know no very few people in life have the privilege to get this kind of knowledge um, and spend this kind of time with Dan, somebody who's so accomplished and so experienced, and be able to, and even if they were to be able for someone to be able to share that and teach that. So I feel very privileged, and I felt that the time spent here was worth every penny, or every pence in this case.
Was there something during the week that was a revealing moment or an aha moment that changed the way you thought about things as compared to before you came?
Yes. You know, Throughout my life, I always thought an entrepreneur was somebody who was always an entrepreneur. But Dan had showed a graph, and it went from starting a company or starting an organization and being an entrepreneur, and then that growing to a certain place, and then you having to be a manager. And I've done both of those, but I haven't done the third, which was from that point you could go up, plateau, or go down. And to go down was to stay an entrepreneur. To go plateau, continue to plateau was to continue being a manager, and to go up was to be a leader. And that really changed my perspective because I always thought, well, I always struggle with that because to be an entrepreneur, I felt okay. I understood what it meant to be an entrepreneur, but I couldn't break beyond that. I couldn't break to become a leader. And now that I've realized that you have to be a leader beyond a manager, or beyond an entrepreneur and a manager, in order to grow the organization further, that really gave me sort of like a pointing arrow of the kind of direction where I should be headed in life from this point forward.
Yeah, it's a big change from what you thought. And then Dan talked a lot about the taking action away from this and
Right.
doing something and taking action in the first 21 hours. And have you thought about what that is that you'll do?
Yes. Well, one of the first things that comes to my mind is if you're not making at least two financial presentations a week, you know, don't don't complain, and for me, I think that's something I'm going to jump on immediately. Is starting to make financial presentations, to financial institutions, start raising some money, and not just for the money, but because it's important for myself, to be able to do that on a continual basis for the company and for my own growth as a person. And it's not all for the money, but as for personal growth as well. Another thing is, focusing more on leadership. I realize that, I lack experience and I lack leadership, so I'm going to try to, you know, do things that not think too much and just do it. So I think there's a list of things I want to get done, and I'm just gonna move on it and use my gut instinct, as Dan's been talking about. In addition to that, try to learn some leadership skills. Either uh, you know get advice from Dan, or to be assertive and talking to people who I respect and for their leadership skills. But most importantly, I want to find a mentor in the industry of the business that I'm in, and to learn from that mentor. In addition to Dan's continual advice and guidance.
So you're glad you came.
I'm very glad I came.
Good, good. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.